private spaceships, written by Amy S. Hansel. The end of an era. In the early morning darkness on July 21st, 2011, the Space Shuttle Atlantic touched down at Kennedy Space Center in Florida. After spending 12 days in space, it was the 135th time a space shuttle had flown a mission. It was also the last time a National Aeronautics and Space Administration space shuttle would make a journey into space. The Space Shuttle was the first reusable spacecraft for 30 years. Space shuttles were the focus of space programs in the United States. Shuttle carried the people and the scientific experiments into Earth's orbit. They launched, recovered, and repaired satellites, and they helped assemble the International Space Station. Once Atlantic's touchdown, however, the spacecraft would only be seen on display in museums. The space age began in the late 1950s. Only two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union, had the money, resources, and technology for space travel. Over time, though, more magnificent commercial companies entered the space business. In the 1960s, private companies began building their own communication satellites. They still used the government launch vehicle to carry the satellite out to space. By the 1980s, private companies were building their own rockets for launching satellites into orbit. By the mid-1990s, smaller, newer companies were entering the space businesses. What these companies lacked in experience, they made up in optimism, computer, and advances in technology, and put space within with many of each business owner. Companies were competing each other of a piece of the space businesses. Today, commercial companies are planning 4 kinds of space missions. They plan to take tourists to the edge of space and back, deliver supplies to crews, and forth from the space station and put up to new space station. The dawn of a new era. Commercial companies has a lot to learn. Building and spaceships is challenging. Be finance and engineer, but build particles that can function safely, or using dangerous fuels, traveling at high speed, and operating in the extreme temperatures. They also have to create a system that keeps spaceships flying on course. The space age began in the late 1950s. Wait, I read this already. Ticket to Ride. The company Virgin Galactic partnered with the Spaceship One to make space tourism available for people all over the world. The company is selling their tickets for trip into space, $200,000 per passenger. While $200,000 is a great deal of money, it's less than 1% of what people have to pay to travel into space until now. Virgin Galactic will use the space plane Spaceship Two to carry paying tourists into space. It has its own mothership, White Knight 2, and a design that's familiar. Spaceship One, though it can carry 2 pilots and up to 6 passengers. Like Spaceship One is designed to fly the edge and back, where the experience turns minutes of weightlessness before returning home. The passenger area had many windows to give passengers incredible views of Earth and space. Hmm. When Spaceship Two is ready to return to Earth, a pilot will tilt the wing to slow down the vehicle. Spaceship Two will act like a giant badminton body and fall back to Earth much more slowly, slowing down the Spaceship Two. This way, keep it from getting too hot during the re-entry. But it doesn't need the heavy heat shield many other spaceships use. Launching on Night 2 allows the spaceship to use less fuel to reach space. This saving helps keep down the cost. When the space plane has descended to an altitude of 13.2 miles, and the pilot will be moved the wing back to a normal position. The space plane can then glide for a landing on the big runway at the Spaceport America in New Mexico. The entire flight is expected to take about 2 hours. In October 2014, one pilot died when Spaceship Two crashed in California during a test flight. This reminds everyone with the risk involved with the new technology. Space is hot, said George Whiteside, CEO of Virgin Atlantic. The company plans to continue towards safe commercial space flights. Space delivery service. People living and working in space for long periods of time need regular deliveries and supplies and equipment from Earth. Soon after, an answering ice prize competition ended in 2004. NASA announced that it would offer prizes for private companies that were able to come up with creative and inexpensive way to move cargo from Earth to the ISS. The winning company should get money and technical assistance to build the design. In response to NASA's announcement, even more private companies began working on new spaceship vehicles. Many people could see the possibilities. SpaceX is one country that has worked hard to develop a vehicle that can make regular deliveries to the ISS without a high price tag. SpaceX can be crewless, reusable Dragon craft, the Dragon and the Falcon 9 rocket. The Dragon capsules right into space on top of the rocket. Once the capsule arrives near the ISS, it will nearby so it's not bumped to the station. Then, the ISS uses the station robotic arms to grab the spacecraft. NASA's scheduled space is to deliver supplies and equip the ISS in 2012. Just as importantly, the delivery of service also brings cargo back to Earth. The Dragon leaves ISS. It splashes down the Pacific Ocean off the coast of California. SpaceX then reuses the capsule and 2 parts of the rocket. Proper move. Space station or spacecraft that are placed in long-term orbit around Earth. Modern space stations are put together from many pieces from Earth. One space station is completed. Crew can come abroad to work and live. Other species conduct their scientists use space station to study the effect of the long-term space mission on the people and because the experiment in low gravity environment to do with experiments. Astronauts work near oases on space station. Scientists can do many experiments on board that would not be possible on Earth. The ISS is the largest space station that had never been built. It was created with the help of many nations at a cost of billions of dollars. It is so large it can be seen at night from the Earth with the naked eye. Since the first ever crew entered the ISS on November 2nd, 2000, it's never been empty. More than 200 people from 15 nations have visited the fourth from space station, such as the ISS is an important job. In 2010, NASA asked commercial companies to design spacecraft to move people back and forth to space station. This ship would need to be able to carry 7 astronauts to the ISS and then remain docked up to 210 days before flying back to Earth and landing safely. NASA judged the early spaceship design and awarded money to 4 companies to develop their plans. A company called Sierra Nevada proposed a space glider called the Dream Chaser. It's designed to travel to space on top of the rocket, but fly back to Earth like a plane. SpaceX created a cool version of its Dragon capsule for moving people back and forth into space station. 2 companies, Boeing and Blue Origin, also designed capsules that would go up in a rocket and splash down the ocean at the end of the mission. Private space station. If you want to visit the space for more than a few minutes at a time, at least one company, Beechlow Aerospace, is working to make a square model reality. Beechlow is a balloon habitat that floats out into a rocket cargo area. It's placed into orbit. The habitat explained can working to in it that the house 6 people in space familiar in the size of the ISS. The skin of the Beechlow habitat is made of strong fabric like mica or Kevlar. Building space station out of the fabric may seem strange, but buying one of these animals seems to expand the ISS. While this way of habits on the ready yet, Beechlow was 62 empty test model displaced in 2006 and 2007. Things goes as planned. Future inflatable habitat will be launched and assembled into the world's first private space station. Conclusion. The final flight of the space shuttle marked the end of the era in space. It also marked the beginning of an exciting new age of commercial spaceflight. Private companies around the world are bringing their spacecraft design from the drawing board to the real world. Companies will provide to the new option for sending cargo and people on MySpace and staying in a bit or orbit extended for a piece of time. Are you ready? Commercial space age.